Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Agatha and I'm back with another video. For my new subscribers, karibuni sana, and for my returning subscribers, thank you so much for sticking around, and I don't take that for granted. Now, today it's another video, and you might be thinking, well, we've learned all these things, so where do we start? How are we going to even do this? Like, give us direction. I'm here to tell you guys where to start, right? Disclaimer, I know that there are so many steps that you can follow, but I've just picked a few, and I know at least they're going to give you direction on where to start. Shall we? So step number one, and this is very controversial, I tend to believe, your why. And what do I mean by this? Find a reason, get a reason why you have started working out. For example, I don't know your goal. You're the one who understands your goal this year or your goal this month. So I don't know your goal, but find a reason. Do you have a reason why you started out doing what you are doing right now? Do you have a reason of to keep going when things get tough? Because then if you don't have that, things are going to get tougher and you're going to feel like quitting. I guarantee you that. You're going to feel like quitting at some point. So if you don't have a reason to stick around, if you don't have reasons that keeps you motivated to keep doing what you're doing, then it's going to be really difficult for you to continue at some point. Why? And if you have a reason to keep going and to keep doing what you're doing, then that will keep you motivated when you don't feel like doing things, because you wake up one day and you feel like, you know what, I don't feel like it today. You think of quitting or perhaps just to change your plan and all those kind of things. So yeah, it's going to happen at some point, but if you have a reason to keep going, then it's going to be easy for you to continue doing whatever thing that you are doing. I hope that makes sense. 2, practice daily diligence. And what do I mean by this? I remember saying in my previous videos about have your to-do list. Write down what you want to do. Do you have a routine? Do you have somewhere that you've written down? Or do you have something hanged on the wall that reminds you, I'm supposed to do this at this time? I don't know whether you get the drift. Guys, if you don't have these things, it's going to be hard. You're going to get or feel overwhelmed if you don't have a plan. You can't really start self-discipline when you don't have a plan. You really need to have a plan and a set goal, and you need to be organized, to know how you do things, when you do them, and do those kind of things. This is going to come in handy because then you're going to practice self-discipline. How are you going to practice daily diligence if you don't have these things? Number 3, know your strengths and your weaknesses. And what do I mean by this? You need to do something we call self-reflection. Look back on how you do things, on how you've achieved things, on your accomplishments perhaps, or on your tasks before, and be observant on how you did them and the areas where you did things effortlessly. You excelled in them without struggling and all that. Now you'll find out what your weaknesses are from those accomplishments. At some point, you find out there are also areas where you struggled a lot. You struggled a lot to achieve a certain thing. So then those are areas where you're going to now to find your weaknesses. Because if you don't do self-reflection, you're never going to understand your strengths and your weaknesses. So just take your time and look back on how you do things and the areas where you achieved things effortlessly without even a struggle, and you're going to find out your strengths for sure. You're going to find out. So yeah, I hope this makes sense. Number 4, monitor your progress. It's one thing to start a routine, it's one thing to set a goal, it's one thing to wake up and do something, and it's another thing to monitor how things are progressing, to find out whether are you really making a difference. Is it working out? Are you getting any results so far? You're supposed to find out that by monitoring your progress. You remember, I always say this, have a to-do list, because when you have that, it's going to be easy to kind of follow and see, have I done this? Have I woken up and, did 30 minutes walk or run? Have I seen, is there a change? Have I achieved anything? And sometimes you can journal. I love journaling. You can journal, you can write down things that already you feel like you've accomplished and things you haven't accomplished, because then that is going to give you it's going to give you a motivation that already I've achieved something and I'm working towards something else. It makes a lot of sense, I believe. Number 5, if you stumble, get back up. I know we're human beings and we're not perfect, not even a single bit. We're not perfect and we make a lot of mistakes at times. And sometimes you might feel overwhelmed and you might feel like giving up and quitting. Remember, on here, we said giving up is never an option. When you stumble, when you fall, you are supposed to get back up. Forgive yourself. Because remember, I said that you're supposed to have someone that is holding you accountable for the mistakes. If you fail to do something, remember you're going to get a lot of pressure from them or your mentor or your friend or something like that. So then be gentle with yourself. Make sure you forgive yourself. Make sure you don't scold yourself a lot. Forgive yourself for doing those small tasks, for doing those small things, and then get back up. Just get back up. It's very essential at this point, because remember, if you're not practicing self-discipline with a chilled mind, you're not patient with yourself, it's going to be hard for you. Honestly, it's going to be hard for you. I need to be honest with you. Self-discipline can be very draining. It can be a very draining process. It requires a lot of your effort and a lot of focus. So it can be really draining. So if you're not patient with yourself, things might go really bad on your end. And we don't want that. We want you to be patient with yourself. We want you to be very intentional about how you do things. And yeah, to keep in mind, guys, self-discipline, it's a learned skill, just like any other skill. So it's something that you're not born with, but it's something that you can practice and become better and master it over time. So it takes time, really. It gets better with time, and it's not something that you can achieve overnight. It's something that you need to work on and really be intentional about it. And I can assure you that you're going to achieve that which you've wanted to achieve. Also, self-discipline is the bridge between set goals or defined goals and accomplished goals. So you need to really have a defined goal, and then you're going to accomplish them eventually. It's going to take time, but yes, you're going to accomplish it. If you follow your dreams, if you follow your goals, you're going to accomplish that. And if you have the discipline that it requires to achieve them, then you're going to achieve it. And I can assure you, many people have done it. You're not the first one, and you're not going to be the last one, but eventually. So this is it with the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Until next time, see you.